Hey, what's going on guys? So welcome back to a brand new video, and in this video I'll be talking about something that happened that is actually quite sad. And I'm not saying it get much attention outside of Twitter, and people are also getting the account wrong that actually did this because there's similar accounts that post similar content. And some people are just being accused of doing something that they didn't do because they have a similar trans W's account. But what happened is an account called Common Trans W's weaponized the platform of over 70,000 people to harass a child who was very clearly being groomed. 5 hours ago, they posted an image of them with their legs dangling out of a window with the caption, "I love you all," and this child's account has had no activity since. They also posted various concerning tweets in a very clearly panicked state, saying how they were terrified due to being sent multiple death threats, and after going private, the kid messaged Common Trans W's begging them to stop and take down their witch hunts inciting post, only for Common Trans W's to then screenshot and post this little child's plea for them to stop and stating they were fearful for their life. In this message included in the evidence below, the child clearly stated their parents were very abusive. However, this did not stop Common Trans W's from wishing the child would be outed to their transphobic abusive parents on an account where they are openly trans and openly paraphilic, which I do not condone. I am disgusted by zoophilia and would never support it, but this kid clearly stated they were non-contact, and they also had slight necro on their account, which is disturbing, which means slight necrophiliac, and very indicative of grooming or abuse, as this is not how normal 15-year-olds think in any way. Taking down your posts doesn't do anything when the damage is very clearly already done. I understand that zoophilia and necrophilia are not okay, and this child was putting themselves in a very dangerous position, but this was the completely wrong way to go about it, and it quite possibly caused the end of this child's life. Evidence. So basically, just to break all that down, there was a account ran by a 15-year-old on Twitter where they were openly transgender. Now they have transphobic abusive parents, and the problem that Common Trans W's had with this guy is that this kid was saying that they were basically a zoophile, which means, well, I'm pretty sure you know what it means, but they were non-contact, meaning that they are stating that they would never ever go and actually do anything with an animal in that regard. However, I understand that you were just going off of their word. However, they still haven't done anything to any animal. And it is essentially the same as being a MAP, but for animals. MAP being minor attracted pedophile, which is essentially some term that's being thrown around to try and normalize being a pedophile, which is fucking stupid. And I think to try and get like within the LGBT community as like an identity. But the 15, they've got abusive parents, they're non-contact, clearly just a kid who is fucked up in the head. They haven't actually went and done anything with any animals. Now, of course, Trans W's is not wrong to call this out, obviously. Calling out this stuff is good. But the level to which they actually went to go to call this out, and the level of harassment they actually directed towards this kid on the Trans W's account as well as their personal accounts, was absolutely insane. It is devolved of any human emotion or any human empathy. It started off fine. They said, "We got a 15-year-old zoophile's NSFW account taken down. W's or L. Thank you guys so much. They may already be groomed, but this may help them not to fall victim to any more future groomers." So they're openly saying that this kid's been groomed, probably groomed by these other zoophiles into thinking that this is okay and normalized in his mind. So openly admitting that this is someone that was, you know, a child who was groomed into thinking that this is okay. But they continue to go absolutely insane. So this is the direct message that the kid sent, pleading for this account to stop harassing them because they were fearful for their life because of the level this account's followers were going to. And it wasn't just this account's followers, it was this person behind the account on their personal account as well, which I'll show in a minute. Guess what? Most of my followers also have abusive parents too, but they don't end up wanting to fuck dogs. Although you don't deserve death threats due to your age, you're still disgusting, hiding behind your identity, so my sympathy is little to none. The message reads, "Getting your thousands of followers to harass a trans kid, I feel like I'm genuinely in danger and I've been having panic attacks all night. Even if the threats don't mean anything, my family is very abusive, and if they ever found out I was trans or found out about my paraphilias, I would be seriously fucked. But hey, I guess that's what you want. I'm not a contact zoo and I love animals to death. They got me through so much when no human ever fucking cared about me. Please just stop. I am not hurting anyone. I am trans. Please keep doing what you do and shitting on transphobes instead of targeting a minor on the platform they use to vent and express themselves. I am begging you to stop. Just leave me alone. I don't know you and you don't know me." Trans W's then posts another reply to this kid, a quote retweet saying, "I hope he gets stuffed into a locker," saying, "I hate when zoos put the trans flag in their name. You're just making morally right trans furries look bad by just breathing oxygen alone. Please stay out. We don't want you here, dog fucker." So it's getting a bit less tame now, but still this isn't really anything that would get this account cancelled, obviously. I'm sorry for being hyperbolic or anything, but we need to let these people know that we don't claim these weirdos. Holy shit, I'm sick of them showing up on my timeline. Just keep in mind, this person is 15, they may be a disgusting zoophile, but please don't forget that. Their audience from this point forward completely forgets that, and so does this account. However, there is a nice reply left by this account saying, there are humans who care about you, you just haven't bothered to seek them out. Go to a therapist or look for groups who help with abusive parents. Don't turn to degeneracy just because it's easier or a coping mechanism. Get help, you need it, be safe, and please reconsider. And here are some responses from this account's own followers saying, there are humans who care about you. It's a pretty weird way of saying, yes, I think you should be doxxed. Yes, what they are doing is wrong, but the correct thing to do is not to encourage your viewers to dox and send death threats, which is in no way constructive. And Venus replying saying, where are the tweets saying you encouraged their parents to take away their phone leading to their abuse? Why didn't you keep those tweets up? Just because they are in the wrong doesn't mean you automatically are in the right. Here is this kid's account saying, please leave me alone, I've been having fucking panic attacks all night, I'm reading your fucking death threats, please just stop. Gone private, I guess the aunties found me, multiple death threats and DMs, and almost 100 comments I had to hide, I feel sick. I'm used to the hate, but I feel genuinely scared now, please leave me the fuck alone, I'm not hurting anyone. I pleaded with common trans W's to stop harassing me and to leave me alone, and they decided to post and send even more hate my way. I've had so many awful things said to me and I'm already suicidal. If I don't post for a while, just assume the worst. I don't want to live. The kid then quote retweeted an image of a woman hanging saying that he wants to be like her. And finally, there was a post from this account saying, I love you all, standing on the ledge of a window completely barefoot, with one foot actually over the edge. From this point forward, this account did not have any activity on it. The account originally exposing trans W's then goes on to say, this kid interacted with disgusting people and views, and I 100% agree, they should not have been doing that. I am a survivor of CSA, and that led me to awful groups for years until I moved out of my abusive household and got therapy. Comment trans W's, this was the biggest L I've ever seen. Inciting his followers to go after this kid's profile and telling him to kill himself. He retweeted this on his main account, but has since undone the retweet. He then posted the minor's profile when they privated it with the caption coward after the kid told common trans W's he was scared for his life. With one post being more reasonable saying NSFW photo in quote retweet, can y'all mass report this person? They're supposedly 15 and doing this shit, they're gonna get groomed. Then another response also quite reasonable saying you make me ashamed to be trans masculine because this kid is also trans masculine going from a woman to a man. Just like trans W's, and trans W's feels that makes him look bad, and all other trans men as well. But then something a lot less reasonable simply tells this suicidal child begging him to stop to kill himself, with the joke of it being keep yourself safe, it doesn't mean that. And then because they harassed him so much, they privated their account, and Zach says coward, the person behind trans W's. Common trans W's cares more about 2D drawings of kids more than actual kids. This was posted after Acid potentially took his own life. And even then, there's some degenerates that use real CP and claim it's IRL lolly, her suspicious, it's almost like it's a sexual thing. As a CSA survivor, lolly is disgusting. This account exposing trans W's then tagged all other accounts similar to it, which have actually been getting some backlash for this, like I said at the start of the video, because some other accounts are very similar to trans W's, and there's a lot of other trans W's and trans related accounts, but it was common trans W's. That was the account that did this. This account has since been deactivated, and it's still on the platform, they can bring it back whenever they want to, but it's been deactivated. But as for the account that was exposing trans W's for doing this, that was actually suspended. So it's good to see that Elon Musk has his priorities in order. Ban the people exposing them for doing this as opposed to who actually did this. This was literally all that account posted about. But yeah, that's about it for this video, and interested to hear what you guys think down below in the comment section. I'm pretty sure this account's done. This was just unacceptable, and I can only say I hope that the kid didn't do it. That's about it. Peace out.